Okay, so picture this. You're having one of those perfect moments with your cat. They're all curled up, purring away on your lap. Everything's great. And then, bam! Out of nowhere, you got a little nip. It doesn't even break the skin, but it's enough to make you stop and think, wait, what just happened? Did I do something wrong? If this sounds even remotely familiar, well, you're definitely in the right place. Yeah, that sudden switch from purring to nipping, it's a puzzle that pretty much every cat owner faces at some point. It feels like such a mixed message, right? But what if I told you it's not mixed at all? It's actually a very specific type of communication. So today, let's dive in and finally solve the mystery of the love bite. So what is really going on here? Why does a loving, cuddly moment suddenly end with, well, teeth? The good news is your cat isn't just being moody or mean. Nope. They're trying to tell you something important. And we're about to become fluent in cat. We're going to decode that message together. All right, first things first, let's get our terms straight. We're talking about what's called a love bite. Now, that's an animal behaviorists have a pretty clear definition for this. It's a gentle nip. Think of it more like a little pinch or a hold with their teeth, not a full-on bite. The key here, and this is super important, is that it's not aggression. This isn't an attack, it's your cat trying to have a conversation. You can almost think of this little nip as a word in your cat's vocabulary. And just like any word, its meaning can change depending on the situation. That one little bite could mean a few different things. And once you understand what they're trying to say, it's a total game changer for your relationship. So let's break it down. There are basically 5 main reasons your cat might give you one of these love bites. First, it could actually be affection. It's a type of grooming behavior they learn as kittens. It might also be a warning that they're getting overstimulated. You know, their polite way of saying, okay, that's enough petting for now. Sometimes it's just to get your attention or because they're feeling frustrated. It can also be a form of play, or, and this is an important one, it could be a sign that something hurts. And that brings us to one of the biggest reasons, plain old playtime. See, if a kitten never learns that our hands aren't chew toys, they'll just keep playing that way as an adult. They're not trying to be malicious. In their mind, your hand is just like one of their siblings or a fun little mouse to pounce on. It's that natural hunting instinct, just, pointed in the wrong direction. Okay, now we're getting to the most critical part of this entire conversation. You have to be able to tell the difference between a little love bite and a real, honest-to-goodness, aggressive bite. It's absolutely essential for your safety and for your cat's well-being. And the secret? It's all in the body language. That tells you everything you need to know. And when you see them compared like this, it becomes super obvious. With a love bite, the pressure is gentle, right? No broken skin. Your cat's body's probably relaxed. They might even still be purring. But a real bite, that's hard and fast. And it comes with all the classic warning signs. We're talking hissing, ears flattened, that classic Halloween cat arched back. One is communication, the other is a clear sign of fear or aggression. Totally different worlds. Here's the thing, your cat almost always gives you a heads up before things escalate. It's like a little warning system. First, watch the tail. If it starts swishing back and forth or just twitching at the end, that's sign number 1. Then you might see their skin ripple or twitch across their back. That means they're getting close to their limit. The ears might start to turr or flatten. A big one is when they abruptly turn their head to stare at your hand. And if their whole body suddenly tenses up or freezes, that's the final warning. Learning these signals is literally like learning to speak cat. Okay, so let's say you miss the signs. It happens. The nippity happens. Now what? Well, what you do in this exact moment is super important. The whole goal here is to calm things down and show your cat a better way to get their point across without making them scared of you. Let's have a simple 3-step plan for this. Step 1, and I know this is going to feel weird, is to freeze. Whatever you do, don't yank your hand away. That fast movement just screams prey to your cat and can actually make them bite harder. So freeze. Step 2, redirect. Gently and slowly move a toy in front of them to get their focus off your hand. And step 3, just pause. If they were overstimulated, stop petting. Give them a little space. That's it. This whole redirection thing, it's honestly your best friend when it comes to training. You're not punishing them at all. You're just teaching them. You're basically saying, hey, I get it. You want to bite something. That's cool, but bite this awesome toy, not my hand. It lets them get that natural instinct out of their system, but in a way that works for everyone. And I really need to hammer this point home. Please never punish your cat for this. Yelling at them, pushing them away, definitely never hitting them. It's not going to fix anything. All it does is teach them to be afraid of you. It breaks that trust you've built, and honestly, it can turn a small communication issue into real aggression. It's just not the way. Okay, so check this out. This number might seem a little random, but stick with me. A study found that over 91% of the time when cats groom each other, it's a one-way street. One cat does all the grooming, and the other one just receives it. So what does that tell us? It tells us that grooming, and the little nips that sometimes happen during it, isn't just about being sweet. It's a really complex social signal, maybe about who's in charge or reinforcing social bonds. It's way deeper than we think. So really, the best way to handle love bites is to stop them before they even start. And that's all about becoming a student of your own cat. It's about learning their personal preferences and setting up some healthy boundaries so you both know what to expect. All right, let's pull all of this together into a simple checklist you can start using today. Number 1, get really good at spotting those warning signs we talked about, like the twitchy tail. Number 2, if a nip does happen, remember the stop, freeze, redirect plan. 3, make it a rule. Hands are for petting, toys are for playing. 4, figure out your cat's petting limit and try to keep cuddle time short and sweet. And finally, 5, always praise and reward them when they're being gentle. Now, while most of these nips are just your cat trying to talk to you, there are times when a sudden change could be a red flag for a health problem. So it's really important to know when it's time to stop decoding and start dialing the vet. The key word here is change. If this biting thing is brand new and just came out of nowhere, that's a sign. If you notice they growl or flinch when you touch a certain spot, that's a big one. Or if the love bites are starting to feel a lot less loving and a lot more aggressive, it's time to make that call. Your vet can check for things you can't see, like painful teeth or achy joints. That could be the real root of the problem. At the end of the day, it's just like veterinarian Dr. Duncan Houston says. These bites are communication. They're not malice. They're just your cat telling you how they feel, whether they're super content or they've just had enough for now. And really, our only job is to learn how to listen. Because once you learn to read those subtle signals and respond in a way they understand, you're not just avoiding a nip, you're building a deeper level of trust. So the next time your cat gives you that little love bite, don't just pull your hand away. Pause for a second and ask yourself, okay, what are you trying to tell me?